guys, so this is my audience. What if I told you there was a way that you could be healthier, lose weight, have more energy, and be a part of making a positive change in our society? Would you do it? Albert Einstein once said, "Nothing will benefit health and increase the chance for survival on Earth as the evolution to a vegetarian diet." A year and a half ago, I decided to make a drastic change in my life. I decided to become a vegetarian. Originally, the reason I did this was for weight loss, but not really realizing that this was only the tip of the iceberg. Excessive consumption of red meats increased the risk of heart disease, heart attacks, certain cancers such as colon cancer, stomach cancer, breast, and uterine cancer. People who eat red meat also have higher cholesterol because cholesterol is found in animal-based foods. Becoming a vegetarian is a great way to lose weight. It's also great for increasing your immune system and also for your mood. A study was done where 300 young adults had to take up a vegetarian diet. While they were doing this, they had to keep a food journal. In the food journal, they also had to do what was called mood ratings. So they had to talk about how their moods were. After the study was done, what was found is that they had more energy, a sense of calmness, and overall feeling of happiness. So this is the part that got me. This was the reason I really decided to change and become a vegetarian, was the process of what happens to these animals. So the way that the chicken gets to your plate. These chickens, first they have a ton of hormones injected into them, which is for them to grow faster. Since they're growing so quickly, what happens is that their legs can't sustain that weight, and so usually they end up breaking. Plus, these chickens are cooped up in these small environments where they get no light and are just crammed right next to each other, and usually walking around in their own feces. I mean, would you like to do that? Afterwards, what happens is that the workers grab the chickens and they throw them into crates by their legs violently. When this happens, they break their wings and their legs. So the process where they go to the slaughterhouse, they get no water, no food. Once they get there, the workers then proceed to force the chicken's legs into shackles, and they're held upside down. So they're going through upside down, and there's these blades that cut their throats, and they basically start bleeding to death. Sometimes it goes so quickly, though, that not all the chickens make it through the blades, and by the time that they get what's called the defeathering tank, they are still conscious, and they get put into these tanks while they're still alive, and it's scalding hot water. So yeah, that's a huge part, and it's something to think about. I know that most people think that being a vegetarian would mean you only eat salads. Nowadays, there's so many more vegetarian options that, like when you go to restaurants, there's actually sections in the menu that say vegetarian, or you can go to certain restaurants and they have tofu as an option instead of chicken. Another thing when you go grocery shopping is they have a lot of what's called fake meats. And one popular one is called Morningstar. I have here was hickory BBQ riblets. These are really good. And they also have what are chicken nuggets. Honestly, they taste like the real thing. You wouldn't even be able to notice. So what happens is people have two objections when becoming a vegetarian. One, obviously, is being protein. I get this question a lot. Where do you get your protein? So a lot of good sources of protein are the fake meats. They have a lot of protein, and also beans and rice or spinach is a really good source of protein. And another thing that I've noticed is that people are always talking about B12. People who are vegetarian usually lack this vitamin, but you can get the supplement at any store, and it's pretty inexpensive. So I leave you with this. If you can increase your mood, lose weight, and just feel great all around, why wouldn't you want to do that? So you can at least try being a vegetarian for a week, see how you feel, and I guarantee that you'll just feel immensely better. So, all right, so here's my audience again. And thank you for listening.